no. I wanted to talk about the Cowboys schedule so bad that I forgot to take it down. What is up, everybody? Oh, Sid already yelling at me. I've been in here. I told him, I'm like, you need to watch the live. All right, let me get my man Dak out of here. There we go. All right. We are here to talk about the schedule. Obviously, that's the most exciting thing that's happened today. Is the schedule coming out finally. I'm so excited. We already bought tickets to go to the Cowboys Cardinals game because they're playing in Arizona this year.
Good. Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm super excited. Some of these new things they're doing with the schedule, I'm not a super big fan of, but we'll talk to that when we get there. I'm gonna start. We'll move us back now. I'm gonna start with the strength of schedule before I even get into any of the schedules. Because I always just think this is interesting. Last year, the Cowboys' strength of schedule was so bad, which is so good because we played just such easy teams. But our division was supposed to be not great, and then they ended up being a lot better than people had expected.
Yeah.
So our strength of schedule was doo-doo last year, and now it is very hard. I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top 5 hardest schedule. So that stinks, but it's okay. The only negative thing about having a not so great schedule is like you make it to the playoffs and then you're normally like a first one and done team because you haven't played anybody that's talented. So you've looked a lot better than you actually are. So I am kind of glad this year we're facing some harder teams during the regular season. So we're not
Right.
embarrassing ourselves in the playoffs when we see a real team and we're like, we don't know what to do now. But
Who are you
yeah.
guys playing in the AFC in your schedule?
In the AFC, we play. I'm gonna throw it back up there. He's back. We played the hardest one. We play the Bills, Dolphins,
That's also why
Patriots,
your strength of
Jets.
schedule went up.
Yay!
Yeah. If you're playing the AFC East, that's a very tough
East,
division.
yeah.
So your strength of schedule
That's
goes up quite a
really
bit on
rude,
that.
actually. The AFC is stacked. And the fact that we have to play the AFC East is just really rude. I don't like that for us.
And
But
then you also had to play an NFC team that was ranked just as high as you in the
mhm.
playoffs. So, yeah, it's one of those things like if you suck, you get the benefit of strength of schedule,
Mhm.
except for certain if you play certain teams. And
Yeah.
then, but once you're in the playoffs, then once you're playing playoff games, you get bumped really high. Like
Yeah.
all four of the AFC West teams are in the top 15.
Yeah. And then it's like
So
we don't really play that bad of teams just in general. Like the Cardinals, they're not going to be great, and I don't let Chris hear me say this, but I don't think Kyler is going to be ready week 3, so that's probably going to be an easier matchup.
yeah.
The Niners are a hard team. I can't stand the Niners. That'll be a good like rematch essentially again though. The Chargers I think are going to be good this year. Their coach stinks, but they have Kellen Moore now who has been our offensive coordinator for a few seasons and now they have him. So if anyone knows how to beat us, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just going to go through the Cowboy schedule cuz I'm already here. The Rams I'm not worried about. Washington I'm not worried about. The Panthers aren't good, so we got one there. The Seahawks, I'm not entirely worried about either. I don't know what kind of team they're gonna be this year. I'll be excited to see how Geno Smith does with his second year over
Right.
there. Because I don't know if that first year was kind of a fluky thing or what that was. The Dolphins I think are gonna be good. That whole division. And then the Lions, the Lions are looking good. They had a good draft too. So it's always a hot mess with me. I just wanted to start off boom with Dak on the screen right away. But yeah, I think that the Cowboys go 10-7 at worst, 13-4 at best. That was my predictions. So We have a hard schedule, but that's okay. I think we still make the playoffs. I don't think we got worse in the off season. I mean, injury wise, you never know, but just based my way too early prediction is that we still make the playoffs.
Well, you guys should, based on where
Yeah.
you guys ended up in the division and the team that you have and everything. So you should probably end up back in the playoffs.
And the NFC is weak, so we have an easier
you've got
route
some
to get there.
you've got some really good teams and you've got some really bad teams.
Yeah.
And you can fight over the chum and get a couple of 2 games here and there in the division.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
AFC does have some weaker teams, of which mine is one of the weaker ones, but the AFC just right now is just stacked.
So stacked. I mean, even when you just look at quarterbacks alone, it's like it is so lopsided on which conference has the better. It's just ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna
just based on the draft. I mean, the first 4 teams, I believe, were all in the NFC, and they all got new quarterbacks. So that
just goes to show.
Yeah.
Hey, in a couple of years, we could be a problem, I guess. I'm gonna add Nicole in here because she is here. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
She has made it.
Welcome.
Hi. All right, I'm gonna hop over since I already did the Cowboys. We'll go Broncos schedule next. How do you feel about it? What are your way too early predictions about it?
My way too early is 9 to 11 wins, I think, and like 5 to 7 losses, depending on it. But in that 9 to 11 is a couple of games that I'm kind of. Miami's one. I think we could do it, but like what we were talking about, it just kind of depends on what we see in the preseason. So, like based right now, there's the one game I do want to win beyond anything is the home opener against the Raiders, because that's it. That is actually in my Mile High, Invesco, whatever they call it now. I'll always call it Mile High.
That's like
there's that one.
Yeah, Steelers fans are always going to call their stadium Heinz. It's never going to be anything else.
Yeah.
Acusure, whatever the hell it is now.
Yeah, but kind of like what we were talking about with strength of schedule. I mean, we play the Raiders twice, we play the Chargers twice, and we play the Chiefs twice. So we got a pretty tough. We're not in the top. I think we're 11th so we're just out of the top 10 in strength of schedule. So.
Gosh, and you guys played the Chiefs early on. You get that out of the way right away.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what this is on here too. That's what we do. Is it looks like, unlike in the past, they've always stacked everything at the end. Like we're playing the Chargers, Chiefs, and Raiders all in the last 2 months. So it's a game here, another week, and it's just division after division.
Yeah.
It's like this year they stacked them more in the front, had a little bit in the middle, and then put them at the end again, which I'm happier with that. So
yeah, it always stinks when they stack them because if you do run into like an injury bug, you're like, well, I have to play my division 3 weeks in a row and my quarterback's out. So what am I going to do? Where if it's kind of staggered, at least if a player goes down for a week or two, you're not like, well, I have to play my entire division in the next 4 weeks. What am I going to do now? Like,
yeah. And I'm also happy where the bye is. The bye is later. It's one of those. I don't like early buys.
I don't like early buys.
I don't think buys should even be until after week 8. But it's so the bye. If you get an injury bug, you're waiting for the bye. You just keep getting injured all over again. So,
but our bye is week 7, which is a little earlier than I would like. But I don't like the really, really late ones either, though. So it's like you're gonna hit that sweet spot somewhere in the middle. I think week 9 is almost perfect.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
The one game, kind of like I was talking with you guys, alluding to, that I'm not looking forward too much is the Christmas Eve game. If we get blasted by the Patriots, I'm going to hear about it all day at Christmas.
They shouldn't be good, so hopefully not.
It's Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you never
No,
know what
I
you're
do
gonna
think we
get.
can win that game because Mac Jones and some of those guys. It's always an advantage. Mile High is an advantage to us. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, I always say during the games, whenever they're there, it's somebody who's not used to playing up that high or in that altitude. Like, let's wait till the second half and see when they start sucking on that oxygen.
Yeah, that's how it. I mean, even like in Miami, when like if you play, I'd rather play at Miami at the end of the season when it's cooler and not so hot.
Yeah.
Because that's like I always love when Miami and Buffalo play each other because
Yeah.
one of those games is gonna be super hot and the other one's gonna be super cold, and you can totally tell
Yeah.
those advantages start coming
Mhm.
out because
Yeah.
those are always
My friends and I are talking about doing the Miami game, and one of the girl that our friend that lives down in Florida was like, "You don't realize that game's gonna be like 90 degrees."
sounds gross. That sounds nasty.
I have a heating pad, a heater, and then a bean sack at work. I'm like, they're like, you. I'm like, well, bring me down. I got my vacation thing. We can
Yeah.
Miami, Tina.
Go
I know,
for it,
that
hon.
it's
I don't
already
live
like
in the tundra, so
yeah, it's already 100 degrees here, so we're having a
Yeah.
good old time.
I just get
All right.
Chicago with it 91 day and 50 the next.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I see. I can't do the Midwest. I've never, ever since I moved out to the West Coast, I don't get sick near as much. Those weather changes just all the time are not good for my body. My body does not appreciate them.
yeah, the summer colds and things like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
for me, it's just the allergies. It's just the pollen.
Oh yeah,
So
that's brutal.
yeah.
All right, moving
Okay.
on to the Saints schedule. How do you feel about it, Nicole? You guys have your strength of schedule is weak. You guys have
What I
no
my
prime games though.
my biggest takeaway, I guess, is that from the last season was longest trip to like overseas and stuff. The
Mm-hmm.
longest trip we have this season is over apparently to LA around that area
Oh, that's not
with
very
the
fun.
Rams. So it's kind of nice, I guess, comparatively. But I checked. I don't play the Denver Broncos and I don't play the Cowboys.
Look at that. We don't have to
Not
root
yet.
against each other.
Not yet this season.
Not yet. I think it might be next year or the year after we play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited. Carolina Panthers. I was already asking Sean about this and being, I'm excited for that. Are you going to do Andy Dalton or Bryce Young, start him off? Or Andy Dalton was with us second week. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
going to be
that's
exciting.
interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah, and you guys play Monday night. That's fun. I like it.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it's just gravy.
God, your schedule's so easy. Looking at this, like compared to ours, I'm like, ah. Well, your
Yeah.
division's just easier because I don't think the Bucks are gonna be good. The Falcons are, who knows? And then you play
This is going to be,
Texans.
I think a lot of our thing to lose. It's now I think a little bit of like, okay, here you go. Can you
Can you take advantage with the
execute
schedule?
and like succeed, or are you just gonna it's gonna be really dependent now a little bit on the team and like how well what kind of like melding they have when they have their like summer camp together. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that is going to be a good time. And then the preseason is Kansas. That will be interesting. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel. What do you? Yeah, that's
I'm
all I got.
looking forward to your first game with the Titans. I want to see how Derek does. I hope he does well down there. I really do. So, yeah, I know I shouldn't be praising a Raider, but
Yeah.
I've wanted that Raider on my team for like 10 years. So,
We're gonna praise any Raider. It's gonna be him. And then
Tribute.
the Saints sign
Jamal
Foster
Williams.
Moreau.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Him as
exciting.
well.
Is he playing this season? I'd have to look it up.
I think so.
I thought he had like
Who?
cancer or something. The tight end
Mm.
you guys just signed. He played with the Raiders last year. You guys like
Oh.
just signed him yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, you said you said his name.
Foster Moreau.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, like, well, I just like a taste in him. I don't know what's happening. Like, he's my tight end, if by a long shot. But if
Mhm.
he's doing something, then I'm like, okay, well, what's this? Where is he going at? But that's just me. I'm a little bit more. I do have to say openly, but you know, a little bit swinging in that area.
Mhm.
But I'm open.
I really
I'm
like
open
him. I like Foster. I think he's good.
all season.
They say I just looked it up, and they say there's no limitations as of now, but he did find out he had cancer, so I was surprised to see that he was going to keep playing, but maybe it's super manageable at this point. So that's exciting because that's just another, Derek Carr guy that he's comfortable playing with and that knows how he works and things. So
Oh
that'll be
yes,
fun to
I
watch.
remember. I remember Ash. No,
Yeah.
this guy is.
It literally just happened like yesterday. And he's not like a huge player. It's not like Darren Waller came to your team, but still exciting. Alrighty. We're going to move on to, let's see. Let's start with the opener, I guess. That's probably the best place to start. And that is the Lions and Chiefs kickoff September 7th. I don't understand why this is the opener. I do not care to see this game. Let's just hand the Chiefs a dub right now. Why did we pick such a lame? I get the Chiefs, but the Lions didn't even make the playoffs. Like, could we not at
yeah,
least
but they were close to it, so I think this was a Midwest type thing. Honestly, maybe it
Yeah.
might have been the only team that could fit in. Who knows?
We
We don't know exactly how this thing is, how it's put
Yeah.
together. So
I like the Lions. I just don't. I'm
I
not
think it's a win
as.
for Kermit.
I mean,
so.
yeah, I think it's an easy win for the Chiefs. I like the Lions. I don't think they're there yet.
I think they're close. This might
Yeah.
be a big game for them to determine, like, are they on the right track? Are they getting where they need to go? So,
And I think Aaron Rodgers leaving that division is great for everybody in that division.
oh,
'cause
it opens
really
things
makes
up
the
so much for the Central.
Packers
Like-
just not relevant.
It looks like a great movie poster.
I know they did a great job with the graphic.
I'm just saying, like, this looks epic. When's
I mean,
the
you got
movies-
him over there with his paint coming down. You got him over there, like,
I'm a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
an underwhelming game for me, but you know what? Thursday night games are generally not the best. So
it's always been where they put I'll be honest, the crap. They put the crap
No,
teams
seriously.
and have them playing each other to see what happens. A friend of mine had a suggestion. He thought that Thursday night games should always be the bottom 4 teams that from the week before. And then they play the Thursday night games. And if they don't win, they have to stay in Thursday night games until they win a game so they can come out. Kind of
Like
how
you don't want to be
Premier
in
League
that
does.
Thursday spot.
Like, have a
There's
list,
2 ways of
whoever's
winning
the
this game
bottom.
now. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
But I guess
That's
that
hilarious.
really wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of neat because it's very similar to kind of how Premier League goes. Like, yeah, you
Mhm.
don't get to play unless you hit a certain level.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's hilarious. Actually.
oh,
I
I
was
was
gonna-
to be embarrassed on Thursday Night Football, but no.
Love that. I know you
With the
hate that when
Chiefs.
you play like a really good team on primetime. You're like,
Yeah.
so fun. And it
Yeah.
wasn't bad enough that you guys were on primetime so much last year and we're not good. And it's like, can we please not
Watch
keep
this
doing
again
this?
for a while.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Like,
But when you play the Chiefs, it's going to happen.
mhm.
Actually, I was kind of surprised they had the Chiefs on a Thursday night game. That means they really are trying to, because if you look at this, like they got the Chiefs in there, they got the Jags, they've got the Bengals, they've got the Chargers. This year they're really not putting the dregs in on Thursday. They're trying.
Yeah, I don't
I think they're
these are
really trying to get
terrible.
better ratings on Thursday night games.
As
So
they should. Amazon
yeah.
Prime should be trying to should have been begging them to give them decent games. I don't hate some of these. Some of these, like I look at and I'm like, God, you have one really good team, and then you made them play a not so good team. Like
Yeah.
the Bills and the Bucks. I'm like, I would love to watch the Bills, but I don't care to see them play the Bucks. Or even like the Jets and the Browns. I get we're all high. Everyone's high on the Jets, so fine. I'll take the Jets as a win team. But then they play the Browns. Who cares?
Yeah,
The
but like the
Bengals
Bengals
Ravens
and
game,
Ravens
that's
game.
a fun one. I mean, even like
Yeah.
Seattle Cowboys, I'll take that. That
And
should be
week
kinda fun.
15 with
Mhm.
depending on how the AFC West is floating out has panned out at that point. Chargers versus Raiders could actually be a playoff game. Playoff
Yeah.
type
Mhm.
decision game. So I mean, it's there. I still not sure what we do about
Some of
Thursday
these,
night,
yeah.
but okay.
Yeah, some of these are fun. Hello, Sean. For the lines to show if they're real. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Sorry, I was not paying
Agreed.
attention to the comments. But yeah, I agree. It's a good
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't like the way that Thursday night football works this year. This is the first year that they're letting teams have more than one Thursday game and letting teams have no primetime games, which I don't love that no teams are getting like some teams are not getting any primetime games. Like I know for a fact the Cardinals don't have a single primetime game, which the Cardinals are not going to be good, but I still think they should get at least one, whether it's a Thursday night game or something. I mean, you have the
Yeah.
Saints on Thursday night twice, the Steelers on Thursday night twice. I just don't like, and as a fan, I don't want my team playing on Thursday night twice. Like that, it's just the turnaround is different. And then, I mean, whatever, I guess. The Cowboys always technically have 2 Thursday games because we play on Thanksgiving, but we're like that. Us and the Lions are like the outlier to that because we always play on Thanksgiving. I just don't like it. I don't like how some teams aren't getting any Thursday games. I don't like how we're seeing so many teams double up. And I know you can't this year. I don't believe you can flex out of Thursday night games yet. But they were talking about that in the future. Like your game could get flexed from like Sunday to Thursday. I hate that. Like, can you imagine like buying tickets to a game, like a Sunday night game, and be like, oh, we're gonna flex it to Thursday, actually? I'm like, I feel like that's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Scheduling.
Yeah.
Gotta be good to get prime time. I mean, it is 1000% money moves by the NFL. It is, we want money.
They're trying to get people to actually watch the Thursday night games because I mean, as we're showing kind of on the graphic, like these are, and somebody asked a question in the chat about it, like Thursday you're going to be able to watch on Amazon Prime. They are trying to move all of that over to get more viewership, however they're going to do it. So I mean, NFL's trying what they can on this one. Because historically Thursdays have been just like we said,
just so
bad games.
Bad.
Yeah.
Last year was horrible.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah. All right.
Thirsty Thursdays.
If I could choose, I would do away with Thursday night football altogether. Like I wouldn't even have anybody play on Thursday, but that's just me. But I don't like the turnaround time for Thursday games. If you play on Sunday, then have to turn around and play on Thursday. It just seems unfair.
Or if you play on Monday and have to turn around on Thursday. I don't like that at all.
Sanity.
I think if you are playing the Sunday night or Monday night game, if you're playing the Monday night game, I definitely think you should not have to play until the next Sunday.
There never should be a
I think there was one team that happened last season.
Yeah.
There was something weird that happened.
Injuries, and they were playoff caliber. I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody that had a bunch of injuries, and they had to literally sit there and think, like, who do we play on Thursday so that they're ready on who do we play on Monday so they're ready on Thursday? So that's just asking a team to not put their best out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like the new way they're doing it. And I really am not going to agree with it if they start flexing games on different days. That just is insanity to me.
Yeah,
But
see, I'm not a big fan. I can see flexing from like an afternoon to an evening
yes, I'm totally cool
on
with
a
that.
Saturday or a Sunday. That I
Mhm.
totally get with the flex on that. Flexing to a completely different
Different.
day, especially for flexing back to like
Mhm.
Thursday, that's a night game.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
you plan for that stuff.
Yeah, and the way
So,
you practice, the days you take off are different depending if you're going to play on Thursday or not. I just think it's a
Yeah.
hot mess. It's just I would
yeah.
be annoyed if they decide to go that route. I know they were talking about it and they're like it could be in the future a thing that happens. I'm like I really hope not. And I really hope that players push back on that
No.
because that sounds like a terrible idea.
We'll have
All
to
right.
take a look at the rules and what they're saying. So,
All right, moving on from Thursday. I do think Thursday took an upgrade though, so I'll take that, I guess.
yes.
Moving on from Thursday to Monday. Monday's normally pretty good. I don't normally have any complaints about Monday. Looking at this now,
Mm.
we have one Monday game. The Giants have two. Steelers have one. I'm trying to anybody like heavy. Chargers have two.
New York.
The Jets have so many primetime games. It's gonna be
It's the repeat of last year for us.
yeah.
New
It's the
quarterback.
Broncos. Yeah.
They're a team that looks like they're on the cusp of being able to be really good. So they're giving them the prime time exposure.
On paper, it looks great.
Yeah.
I do like
Oh.
week 1, the Bills Jets. I think that's a fun one.
Yeah. Let them
We got a
beat each
lot
other the
of
first game.
division games happening on Monday, which is fun.
Yeah.
So the Cubs, the logo there against in week 12 against the Vikings, that's a pretty nice logo.
The Bears.
The Bears.
I haven't seen it like that. I like it.
Oh, that's old.
Yeah,
That's been
that's
around
the
for a
old.
while.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like the old school though, because normally they just put the C on everything.
I like
Yeah.
that one. I was
Yeah.
like, that's a cool
the
new
bear.
logo.
As someone who's from Chicago, I've seen that bear a lot.
Yeah.
Ah,
And as
That's a
Cubs
fun one
fan-
though, the Bears and the Vikings. That's a good one. I like the Bengals Jags because that's Joey Burrow
Yeah.
and Trevor Lawrence. These are good games for the most part.
Yeah,
I
we get to
think.
get week 10. We play Buffalo, so that should be an interesting game.
Gosh, your primetime
yeah.
games really just. They said, "What was the
Eagles,
hardest team we could
KC.
put you against?"
And they
Oh,
all
God.
seem to be at the end of the season. It's like, all right, we're going to give you 3 months to try and get your shit together,
Yeah.
and then we're going to throw you to the wolves.
Mhm.
I don't think you guys will be near as bad this year, though.
No, you'll be good.
We get to
Got
play
Sean
the Chargers, so
From
you
your
know.
lips to God's ears is all I have to say. Yeah, I hope so.
We get to play the Chargers, which the whole storyline all week will be like the Cowboys play offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Like that's all we'll hear for the entire week.
Yeah.
But this is exciting. I think this looks good. I don't have any complaints about Monday night. I like Monday night games. I think they're fun. Again, there's no like Houston doesn't play at all. Cardinals don't get a primetime game at all. Does Washington play at all on Monday night? Nope, because you stink.
Nope.
All
Good
right.
news
And then
is no,
I'm going
there's
to
no
the-
good news.
yeah, it's just
No.
and that's all. Sorry, Sean,
Yeah.
not really. Moving on to the best night of football, which is Sunday night. The Cowboys have 2 Sunday night games, which is exciting because I go live on Sunday night games during games, and it's always more fun when the Cowboys are playing when I do it. So that's fun.
And you're doing they're against division rivals too.
Yeah, we play week 1 against the Giants. So I think that's fun. That'll kind of like set the tone for the season.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take that as a win. I think we win that, which will be fun because that'll be in the last 3 seasons. It'll be the first one we won week 1 because we had to play stinking Tom Brady the last 2 years week 1. So I'll take Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yes,
These
do it.
are pretty. I don't understand the Packers love here. Love because they have Jordan Love. I don't understand why we're watching that so much. I'm hoping some of those get flexed out. I just don't think they're gonna be that good. The Chargers again. They said we're putting the Chargers on prime time a lot too. Jets
Yeah.
again.
You
Bills again. They really said we're trying to make the most amount of money.
Mhm.
God, we have
that's why you got
3
Dallas on
Monday
there
night
3
games.
times.
I thought we only were on there twice, and now I'm looking at it like, wait, we're on
Yeah,
there 3
I'm like-
times. What? That's why, though. I mean, as you can hate the Cowboys all you want, but they make
No,
the
I
NFL a
don't.
lot of money, and that's
Because
why
they're
we're
one
on
of
there
the,
3 times.
they're the 1970s, 80s. They were
Oh
winning all
yeah.
the time. There's a lot of people that will watch a Cowboys game that don't
Mhm.
necessarily watch football, but they'll watch the Cowboys play.
Yeah.
So Cowboys,
I'm trying-
49ers, Steelers, they're
Those
they're
just-
the traditional ones.
Mhm.
Or
I'm
at
trying
least when
to think
I was
about the-
growing up in the
yeah.
Midwest, those were the only teams I really saw besides
yeah.
the Bears, because those were the teams that they knew would play well in the Midwest. You didn't have 50 million channels and NFL Network and all the passes so you could watch all your teams and stuff. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but they also talked about, like, this is always something that's always just driven me absolutely nuts being in Chicago. If you're in the area where your team is, you don't have this problem. If you're someone who's a transplant to a different city, you have this problem where here in Chicago, CBS is traditionally the AFC game. That's just kind of the way it is nationwide. But here in Chicago, CBS, the CBS affiliate, is the home of the Bears. So if the Bears game is on, we can't see, we get blacked out in the afternoon on AFC. But what they're saying is that's going to start going away. They're no longer going to, they'll keep that affiliate for some of the local stations because they already have the viewership, but it's not going to be so cut and dried anymore. Like, it's not AFC is always on CBS, NFC is always on Fox. Some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I saw this year that they changed it. We're like, no one network like owns the rights to anything essentially. So you could get either or, because we always get. I mean, we always get the Cardinals. We're gonna get the Cardinals game no matter what. Or if it's not the Cardinals, it's like Seattle, or we're getting any of those California teams.
Right.
Generally, but yeah, they kind of said they're gonna do away with that, so that's a little. Yeah, that's exciting.
That was
But
new
there's
to
also
me.
different things because now they're on Amazon. Now they're on YouTube. Well,
NFL Network,
DirecTV
yeah,
is on YouTube now, and so it'll shake things up a little bit. So
well, and then you guys in Canada watch like so.
We have DAZN.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna bring up. I was like, Tina, I was gonna ask about, like, is it weird with these primetime spots because of like the different time zones and stuff like that, but that's a whole new ball game of different ownerships of, like, it is a little bit probably like hockey, I would assume, with the CBC, with certain broadcasts and stuff. I've always just known that, like, for the Saints fan, as for me, it was out of my time zone, that I always knew it was fighting for more spots because they always play at 11 o'clock for my time in the morning. And there's not as much time. Like, there's only four spots in the 11 o'clock or 12, 4 spots in the 2, and then 1 in for the 6, right?
Generally, yes, that's how it is. It's like there's a lot of morning games, a few afternoon games, and 1 night game. Generally, sometimes last year they doubled up sometimes, and it was weird, but for the most part, yes.
talking to a person whose game's usually in the afternoon. I love them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is so
Yes.
So when I have to play a noon game, I'm like, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm up
so
at 8. I gotta be
Yeah.
up at 10.
That's why I got Saints pajamas, because
Yeah.
I'm like, well, 11 o'clock.
That's why I feel like the night games sometimes I'm like, I don't know how people on the East Coast are even up watching these night games right now. Like for me it's fine, but everybody else. But we also start so late. So
For
we're like
so many
waiting.
years, we were the first night game on Monday Night Football. We were always the second game because we were always playing on the West Coast. And it's like you're sitting there, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning at the bar going, I gotta go to work tomorrow,
Yeah.
people.
That's terrible. But yeah,
But
these
we
are
didn't
good.
get it this year, so I'm
That's
happy
good.
for that.
I don't like, again, there's a lot of teams doubled up here that I just don't care. Like the Packers, I wish weren't on so much. It's a lot of doubling up on teams, but I get it's a money thing. The NFL is trying to make money.
Chargers,
So
Baltimore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to more like specialty games, like the holidays and the international games. The Jags at this point should just become an international
London Jags.
team
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because they have two, but they have like a fan base and everything, and their owner and like they should just become an international team. They just go over there.
I think they can't.
Yeah,
I think
I'm sure there's
regulations in place
Mhm.
with football, as they call it, in with the Premier League and everything. I don't think they can actually. I don't think he can physically move the team there.
Yeah.
Like it's
That'd be
prohibited
fun.
on his side, and more than likely, the NFL would say no, you're not
Yeah.
moving the team. I think they're trying to gear it up. I think they're going to try and open back up NFL Europe, and London would probably be a good place to start a new team.
Yeah. If there was ever an expansion, I think that would be sweet.
Mhm.
The international games I do not like because they always start so early and I'm still sleeping. For like fantasy purposes, they stink so bad.
I went to this year. We played Jacksonville the day after Halloween parties. It took me 3 hours to wake up. The game was almost over before I could see straight.
Yeah, there was one time last
There's
year
a lot of Bloody Marys that morning.
where I woke up and I was like, oh, Alvin Kamara didn't play. That's sweet because his game started at 6 a.m. and now it's 8 a.m. and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love those, but
Yeah,
it's
they're gonna
interesting.
definitely
There's 2
stay
games
there.
in Germany this year, so that's
Yeah.
fun. I'm
I
glad
do
my
think-
team doesn't have to play internationally, so seems like
I mean,
a lot.
normally the international games are kind of a crapshoot. Like
Mhm.
it's usually a lot of the lower teams are playing. But I mean, they got some decent teams in there. Bills Jags game, that's going to be an interesting.
Yeah. Dolphins,
Kansas
Chiefs,
City and Dolphins, yeah, they're playing in Frankfurt, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Falcons get to go again international this year. That's in a round the second time.
did they go to
Did they go
Mexico
last
City
year?
last year?
Not Mexico City, but they went and faced us in I think it was not Germany, but I think it was in the UK.
Was
say it
it
was in the
London?
UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is their second time being there. But not I don't know
I
if it's
know
the
you
same
guys
stadium.
played in the UK because that's when Alvin Kamara
Yeah.
did not play
No-
at 6 a.m. in the morning.
There was that Will Lutz like ting right off of it. A lot of
Yeah.
sadness, but that's okay. New leaf.
This is the most they've ever. There is no
Yeah.
Mexico game.
Mexico game this year.
Mm.
Oh.
If I'm remembering correctly, I might have to look into it. It might be because of the World Cup games. You know, all the qualifications are going on, and the World Cup is going to be in the Americas this year. So it may be that they can't make it
conflict.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Niners played in the Mexico game last year.
Yeah.
I think so. I know the what do you call it? Well, I know them very well. They're in a division. They played in Germany, Mr. Tom Brady and the Bucks,
Yeah.
but not no more. Not today. Oh.
All right. Another fun thing that they're doing. This is the first time they've ever had a Black Friday game, which
That's
doesn't
all
matter to anyone in
Amazon.
Canada because Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving.
It's a shopping
Okay,
site.
I was very
You
genuinely
see the
confused.
pictures from they're like, look what it looked like in America today.
Yeah.
People.
I can't remember who I had the conversation. I think it was Andrew or something. You guys have like a Boxing Day or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of a similar
Yes.
holiday. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
it's the day after Thanksgiving. So
Your
I think
guys'
that's super fun because all the fun Thanksgiving games, and then you get one on Friday too. I think this will be a good game. The Jets in Miami too. So
Mm.
Yeah, that's all Amazon.
oh yeah.
They're going to Amazon, they're like, give us a game.
That's good for
Oh,
money,
I
right?
understand now.
Yeah.
Some-
Yeah.
I mean, the deals are on Black Friday from
Yeah.
like
Mm.
5 a.m. until like noon, sometimes later, but usually noon is where the big deals end. Like this is where people would go and fight over a 50-inch television that's only $150 for that time
Everything
period.
goes on sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right
I-
before Christmas.
I'm just thinking about the marketing being like, so the Dolphins and Jets are an extra 20% off
Yeah.
for that day because they're
Yeah.
playing that day.
Yeah. Their apparel.
No, I don't know. This is just
This is
No,
the
I
first
see
year they're
that.
doing one on Friday. So.
yeah.
They'll have televisions and they'll have sports related stuff and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff like that. So
Pretty good.
yeah, it's always just kind of been the shopping nightmare, like where the parents
Mhm.
went to get all the kids' stuff because they could get all the toys and everything. My mom went out. They normally didn't do it, but one year, Cabbage Patch Kids. So she went out. I've done it too, looking for things for my parents. So, but I
I've
get
gone
bored after a
before.
couple of hours. Now it's like it's all online, so you don't even have.
I would say now that everything's online,
Yeah.
you don't need to do all that craziness. of
Online,
sitting
no
outside.
line.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
I think
So,
it's fun because that whole weekend is just fun. So I'm like, yes, I would love football Thursday, all Friday, turn around and have it again on Sunday. Like, heck
Yeah.
yes. The Thanksgiving games this year I think are really good. They went division rivals, which is fantastic, I think. With the Packers and the Lions and the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving every single year, no matter what.
mhm.
The last few years though, we haven't played like a division rival. It's just been I can't even remember who we played last year. But so I'm excited that we're playing Washington again this year. I don't know that it'll be a great game. It depends how Sam Howell pans out. I don't think it'll be good for them, but whatever. I am excited that it's all division games, so that's fun. Yuck, no. He's talking about the Black Friday game and how he gets to watch Aaron Rodgers again. Because I'm jacked. No, I'm just kidding. But I think these will be fun. These are good games. I'm excited for these. I love Thanksgiving football. Like, that is the best part about Thanksgiving. So,
But
I'm
the
pumped.
Seattle and 49ers game, that's new this year, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Thursday night games always.
Oh, yeah, that's
Different
right.
teams.
Thanksgiving's on Thursday this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
right.
Thursday, the night game is always somebody. I don't know. I think we've played like Thursday night before, and then it was somebody else in the afternoon. But the Lions, Cowboys are always a for sure thing, and then the night games always. I feel like the Thursday night game they normally have a pretty good matchup. So I think the Niners, Seahawks is a good one. Division.
Is your guys' Thanksgiving always on a Thursday?
Yes.
It's always the third Thursday of November.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
She's learning so much about American holidays right now.
I'm just like, well, this is great. I get to watch football and not get interrupted with any family because
Yeah.
We'll just be doing that another time. So like, but the thing is, I'm like, I'll have to work on Thursday. That sucks, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Packers and Lions.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be
Yeah.
a good game. Another bunch of holiday games. We have Christmas, which I'm so excited about. They kind of went division here, I guess. We got Raiders, Chiefs, Giants, Eagles, and then Ravens, Niners. I think the Ravens, Niners, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I think these are good too. They did good. I'm excited to have games on Christmas. I'm excited to have games on holidays. Like, I want to just sit and watch football all day. I'll take it.
Yeah, the Raiders and Kansas City game, depending on how the division's going, that could be a decision defining game.
Yeah.
Someone's going to
Yeah.
be in or somebody's going to, how everybody's doing. So that'll be one that I'll be paying attention to, which of course will drive some family members nuts because I will be out in the back room with the television going, shh.
Yeah. Yeah, because these games could really, this is so far towards the end of the
Yeah.
season that these games could really matter. These games could have big impact on playoff pictures and things like that. So,
I'm excited for the Ravens 49ers.
yeah, I think that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Ravens, period, because I just want to see how
Yeah.
Lamar is going to do. Because if Lamar
Mhm.
sucks, what's your excuse now? Like, this man said he wants to throw for 6,000 yards, so I'll be waiting to watch that happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun, though. What else do we have? Oh, we have a New Year's Eve game. Again, the Chiefs are everywhere. They'll also be on the. This one I have mixed thoughts about because if this matters, this game is going to be awesome. If this doesn't matter, because they're already both in the playoffs, they're already both
They're
not.
going to play their scrubs and
They're going to play nobodies and it's not going to matter. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping they're like fighting for the 1 seed or something and it's like a really good game, but it might not matter at all. And I'm hoping it does because it's so, again, late in the season. By week 7, I mean, this is the last week before playoffs.
right.
They're going to know if they need to play or not, and I'm really hoping they need to play.
I think you're right. This is going to turn out to be the game that might be deciding who the number 1 seed is.
Mhm.
So, and
Which
I think
would
that's
be
why they did
week-
it the way that they
yeah.
did. Because the last 2 years these guys have played, they played each other ahead of time, and then they played in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
I was gonna say this looks very familiar.
Yes. Yes. This is a game I could see getting flexed out, though, too. Because if it doesn't matter, that is definitely not.
Well, it's the 3:00 game.
Is it?
So it's the
Oh,
afternoon
it
game.
is. I thought it was a night game.
I think this one will be flexed to a night game
Yeah.
if it's looking like it's going to be a repeat of them competing for the number 1 seed or having playoff implications for the AFC. So, yeah.
All right.
Good.
I think that's all the holiday games, weird things we have going on. I did find this, and it's just the top 5 games of 2023. So the top 5 matchups that people are looking forward to. I agree with some of them. I don't care about the Eagles and Jets. I don't know why that one's such a big game, I guess, in people's opinions. I do think, I mean, obviously the Eagles Chiefs is like number 1 because that's a Super Bowl redo, essentially. Like, I want to run that back, absolutely. The Bengals Chiefs, I think, is great because those are supposed to be 2 of the top teams in the AFC. The Jets Bills, I mean, that's fun, I guess. It's the division. The Jets I'm not ready for it. I guess. I just waiting for it to turn into a Broncos situation where it's like we thought all these games were going to be so amazing from the Jets, and then they're not. Like,
Oh, you know I'm gonna enjoy that if it
oh yeah,
happens.
that'll be. Especially
I'm
let
just
us
gonna
have
be
it.
sitting there with popcorn going, "Oh, it was all Russell?
Yeah.
Only Russell's the problem?" Okay.
I mean, I'm not interested in these games as much as just the number 4 spot there. And that's,
Yeah.
I guess. But there's so many other. I mean, okay, Mr. NFL.com. That may be yours.
Yeah.
But
But
I mean,
don't
but
know
it's kind of
about
like
this.
what Ash said. Like the number 2 game, that's what we were talking about with the New Year's Eve game.
Mhm.
The game at the end, there's a lot of Jets in here, and we'll just call that the East Coast bias / Aaron Rodgers must be in everything in order for us to make money off television
Yeah.
showings. So, yeah, it's
They have such a large fan base as well,
yeah.
so it's like a perfect team too.
But also on the
I mean,
flip side,
mhm.
all the AFC teams that are in there, Jets, they were all these teams were competing for playoff spots except for the
Mhm.
Jets. So I
That's
can
another,
see
but
why the NFL is saying, "Hey, these are our top 5 games."
yeah, I get the Jets weren't in the playoffs though, so I think we need to chill out a little bit.
Well, I think they need to get their safety to stop yanking on jerseys. But that's just me.
I do like him though.
If
I'll
you
listen
can
to-
see pads, it's not an okay
You know
tackle. It's called
This,
interference.
yeah, fair. I'm
Okay.
gonna address this comment for about 2 seconds. The Suns, they suck really bad. I don't know what you expected with CP3 out and DeAndre Ayton not remembering how to play basketball, and him also being out. Yeah, I don't like the Suns suck. I was looking at the score and we were down over like 20, and I was like, "Yep, I'm not gonna watch that anymore." So yeah. NBA playoffs, so fun. While they didn't include the 2023 Super Bowl champs in any of those games. What games? These games? Or was that comment from a while ago?
Might have been.
No shot. That's terrible. I turned it off. I couldn't even get the game to turn on because my TV is doing weird things. And so I just pulled up the box score, and I got so mad at the box score, I just X'd out of it. Oh, stop. The Steelers are.
oh,
I get what
wow.
you're saying now. Not happening, but they did include the 2023 Super Bowl champs, Cowboys. Yeah, no, don't watch that one. Turn it off. Yeah, that's what we keep saying. Not the Rodgers is the Russell Wilson of last year, and the Jets are the Broncos of last year, and it's coaching.
I'm telling you, it's Hackett.
They want to put Hackett on primetime television.
They're putting Hackett in primetime all over again. Yeah. I know he's in a different position, so don't come at me, people. I don't care.
The Cowboys are not taking L week 3. That's my most guarantee dub.
Who are
They
they
play
playing?
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Mm.
No shot.
Kenny Pickett for president.
Jesus. He's that good. Don't be bitter. He's the truth.
This is good news.
He's
I
talking
can
about
cheer
Sauce.
for.
Yeah.
He's talking about Gardner.
I do like Sauce. I'll give you that. But
Yes, I 100% agree. He is one of the best rookies to come out. But again, if you can see pads when he's taking you down, that's interference.
you can't do that.
Okay?
All right.
Yes,
Really
I'm
quick before
bitter
we
about the Jets game.
hop off, I'm going to just pull up week 1 schedule just to go through
This
and
actually looks. I like this a lot.
think.
Like we talked about. This is like division games almost across
Yeah.
the board. So
Yeah, I like this. It's gonna be a good week 1. I'm super excited. I'm ready to have football back in my life already.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the
i.e. why
Lions
I'm
Chiefs
doing
game I
this.
feel very meh about, but a lot of these other ones I think will be good. The Niners Steelers, that's a good one. The Packers and the Bears, Raiders and the Broncos, Dolphins and the Chargers. Like you start from like the Packers Bears down, all those games look really good.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
the Niners are starting 0-1. So I have a theory here. The Steelers are going to win week 1 because that's what they do. They play a team that is supposed to be really good. Like last year, they played, oh God, I can't remember who they played last year. But the year before, they played the Bills. Like they play a team that's supposed to be really good and that you think the Steelers absolutely have zero chance of winning against. And then they win. And then the fans get real loud. Like, we told you we weren't going to be bad. We told you they're not that good. We told you we could. And then they get humbled later on. But week 1, they played the Bengals week 1 last season, and then the Cowboys played the Bengals week 2, and we both beat them. And it was like, are the Bengals bad? Like, do the Bengals suck?
No, they just
And then
need time
they
to
turned
gel.
it around after that. But I'm glad we got to play them when they were on their lowest.
Well, that's
Burrow,
like I was saying.
Burrow looked very bad like week 1
Yeah.
through like 3, and then something clicked, and they turned it around,
Yeah.
and it was fine. But oh, geez. We're not
Jesus.
recapping last
No
season.
pads were seen by PS2.
PS2
No.
is very good at football. I will give you that.
But yes, he
You-
holds. I don't have a problem with holding, and I don't have a problem with holding calls. I mean, it's a level. It's just like I said, I can see pads. That's not a legit hold. Come on, guys. But he's good. All right, I'll stop. I haven't said it for a long
Did
time.
you beat the Bengals twice last season or once? I'm waiting. He's
Me?
in the other.
Oh,
No, the Steelers.
just-
He could probably
you
yell
can't
at
just
me.
walk into the next room and ask him.
Hey. The we own them seems not accurate. The
All I
Browns-
remember is Steelers poking Cam Jordan in the eye. That's all I remember last year about the Steelers.
Wow. Dirty players.
They're on everything.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Just some get away with it more than others.
What sounds like Cowboys fans being amazing and awesome and handing the Commanders to L's next year. Sean, are you so excited that we play you guys on Thanksgiving? I'm pumped.
Mhm.
I can hear him. It's gonna be a long season for you. Yes, it is. You got Sam Howell though. It's fine. You'll be fine. All righty.
Be good.
That's all
Okay,
I
be
got.
fun.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited.
getting late for me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, why does it keep doing that? Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Now we look normal.
Yeah.
Alright. So I got that was fun. I'm excited. I love the schedule release. If you haven't yet, you should definitely go on social media and find the Titans schedule release video because that was by far the best one I've seen so far. It was hilarious. So you should definitely do that. I am now calling the Chargers Lightning McQueen for the rest of forever because that is hilarious. to
Oh, I'm
me.
gonna be calling
Yes.
Herbert Lightning Queen.
Oh yeah.
Lightning McQueen all time because he looks like Lightning McQueen.
Yeah. You definitely gotta check that out. I'll share it on the page because it is so funny.
Yeah.
But that's
Hey,
all I got.
Nicole, there was one thing I did want to ask you. So during the draft, the Broncos traded with the Saints and got Trotman. What did you think of that trade?
Oh, Trotman.
Yeah.
He's good. I think
Okay.
it is a good one. Yeah. He. If Nicole knows his name, he is good.
That's why that was kind of like I wasn't sure if you were going to know who he was or not, but yeah, they traded their 7th round pick for him, and I think they threw in something.
Let's
else.
just say he's a candle in the light in the dark for you.
He's
I
a
need one of
positive.
those.
Yes.
We do have Mr. Morning Glory here, Greg Dulich,
Mm.
that I think he needs somebody with a little more seasoning on him to kind of get him under
Honestly,
control.
Denver, I'm gonna be watching this year now. I'm not gonna lie. Cowboys in Denver. You guys are gonna be great. We're gonna have fun.
Yes,
And I
I
don't
know.
play you guys, but this is great.
That's it. We don't play each other, so
Yeah.
win all you want.
Yeah. You guys do what you want to.
Our
I'm so
defense is coming
scared.
for you.
So scared.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're out.
Yes.
Thanks for
Yep.
watching.
Yep.
Have a good
We'll be
one.
back probably in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.